Ready? One, two, three.
Bethlehem Show. Oh, shit.
Big dog.
Yeah.
Happy New Year! What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I'm really excited. I wanted to make a video to kind of wrap up 2024 and just talk about all the things that I, you, and we have all experienced through this channel, through our journey together as a team. And I just wanted to kind of make a highlight reel, but also just show an insane level of gratitude and thanks. And I have my now co-host, the lovely, the famous now, the celebrity, Ms. Jenna. This is now your second video.
Yes.
So would you call yourself like a seasoned vet of the YouTube game now?
No, maybe a couple more videos.
Dude, you crushed the first video.
It was so fun.
It was so sick.
I got to be honest and just say what I wanted.
With zero repercussions.
And I loved getting to read all the comments. They were so nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that, everybody. Like, we would sit and read them like when we're having dinner, and just saying like, she's got great taste, she's fun, you guys are cute together, etc. So
even the not so nice ones, they were still funny to read.
Yeah, I don't want to bring them up.
Entertaining.
I don't want to bring them up, but yeah, there's some that are pretty funny. Like,
yeah.
Somebody's got a sense of humor out there. I'll give you that. It's funny, and I'm glad you can see the humor in it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But
yeah, no, it was fun.
Cool. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this year and talk about next year, and I don't know. I just really wanted to sit down with you because you've been through it with me, whether in person or a million miles away, and we'll tell that story as well. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the year and just have you here for that, so we could bounce ideas and give each other different perspective. Okay.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Cool. I want to start this video off by saying a huge thank you to everybody, because I was able to achieve my literal dream accomplishment through this channel, and that is hitting 100,000 subscribers and getting my 100,000 subscriber plaque. Would you want to hold this? That happened so early on this year, and I was not expecting it. I was hoping, my plan was that I would hit 100K around this time in 2024, and I was able to reach that. We were able to reach that in March, and now we're like 128K. I thought I would hit 128K maybe like early 2026.
Do you remember back when you reached 100,000 and I was like, I bet you're going to reach, what did I say, 120?
120, 125. I was like, get out of here. I was hoping maybe 105.
No, you were like, well, maybe you just don't understand like how YouTube works, or like maybe it's a far reach. And I was like, okay.
Now look, shows how much I know. Yeah. Yeah. What else do you know?
Welcome to my show.
Oh shit. Yeah. All right. What else? What other future can you predict? About an Xbox or?
Okay.
I'm just riffing real quick. Just spitballing. What else you got?
Nice. Okay.
So after 100,000 subscriber landmark, there's just been so many other cool things, and I just want to highlight them because I'm really appreciative. Like looking at my phone off screen. Wrote a new album. Dean Guitars artist roster. Cerberus guitars have been announced, signed, sealed, delivered to everybody. We've got the 7-string version that's already, I think, done with the pre-sale, and like that'll be coming out in 2025. Rig rundown with Premier Guitar. I did 6 tours this year with 3 different artists, and if I did the math right, accumulatively I played 83 shows. 83. And being able to pay my bills, eat comfortably, not have to worry about it. Like making money doing my dream job. It's amazing.
You're making a living.
Touring and playing music and writing music and playing guitar.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful you're in my life at this moment and this year, because this is all kind of new, and I'm just so thankful that I can experience all these firsts with you. Because you and I said the story before, but you and I had been apart for 18 years. Mm-hmm. We were little kids. We were little 8th grade crushes, and we dated, whatever that entails as little 14-year-olds or whatever.
Braces.
Yeah, dude,
I had no eyebrows.
We both had braces and went and saw the Scary Movie 4, I think it was, together. Having been apart from each other, to come back in 2024 and for me to experience all this and share it with you, it's amazing. And I've told you this, but I will say it here again. You're such a solid foundation for me and give me such stability to allow me to not have to worry about anything other than what I can put more energy in for my career and for us. Like, you are just amazing, and you just give me so much joy and comfort, and I just always know you have my back, and I never have to worry about how you feel towards me.
Yeah.
It means the world to me because you just allow me to be the best version of myself, and it makes me want to be the best version of myself for you.
Yeah, honey.
And I just love you. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Yeah, you're the best.
So are you.
Yeah.
Very proud of you.
Thanks, honey.
Yeah.
You too. I'm proud of you too. We're awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
let's make out now.
Before I get my top 10, in this whole year, whenever, you and I have been apart, she took a business trip to Alaska for the whole summer. And I'll splice that story in. But just to give you guys perspective, like, we were so far apart throughout the majority of the year. And we had some time together, but it was always like sporadic, or like, you would be home and I'd be gone, or vice versa. It was all over the place the whole year.
Yeah.
I was home and we were home in the same spot. All we would do is, there's a few things we would do. And when you and I weren't completely like excited to see each other and just all over each other, when we did have to
settle down a little,
make monies,
yeah,
you saw me in here, like, what was I, just so other people have perspective of, like, just, I guess, how my brain works, I guess, like, what was I doing in here? Just,
well, I mean, it would be like first thing in the morning when we would wake up, I would hear the little rumble from like your speakers. Yeah, but you're either like making riffs, making content, working on projects, incorporating your newfound like EDM with your style, which is so cool, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, babe. Yeah, like, thanks to you, I'm writing music that I'm so proud of and that I genuinely love. And I think it's a great avenue for me going forward because, you and I, we always scheme and talk about, like, how to grow her business, how to grow my business. We always come up with different avenues and things. And one thing you showed me about EDM is, like, it's all about the beat and about the rhythm and about the drop. What's a drop in rock and metal music? It's just a breakdown. Mm-hmm. So, like, you were able to show that to me to where now, like, I'm really, really stoked on what I'm creating. And I know it's a good song when you just, like, light up and, like...
I'll be like, oh, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Anytime it's a good drop or a good whatever, you don't shy away from it. You let me know.
Oh, yeah. Or if it's like I'm not in the same room and he's making something really good, I'll poke my hand. I'll be like, what was that? What was that?
It's so awesome to see somebody as profound as you and knowledgeable of that style tell me that stuff, because you do not sugarcoat anything. I mean, they already kind of know.
Okay, yeah. No, that's true.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I've made, for every good song I've made 30 or 40 bad demos and or ideas.
Yeah.
And you do not sugarcoat it. You say, I kind of don't like that at all.
Oh.
And I appreciate that.
That serves you no purpose.
No. The purpose is to make me better and to not waste your time with crummy material.
But yeah, no, you're working so much, making new music for your album in 2025.
Yeah.
Plug in.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, but I would love to go through a top 10 with you, talk about my favorite highlights, because 90% of them incorporate you in some way, and I would just love for you to give some sort of additional perspective and commentary on it.
Yeah.
And just talk about them, okay?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, number 10, really early on this year, was going to the NAMM show in January of this year. That was the first time I ever went, and you and I were very, very brand new, just being in each other's lives again. Right. We were reconnecting. Yeah. And I was so excited. I've had the biggest crush on her for 20 years, like, straight up. I just have. It is what it is. And I was so excited to share my life with you and tell you about all these kind of unique, quirky things that I'm doing. Like, oh, I'm going to go to California and there's a bunch of new guitars for the year. And you can't buy them and you can't really play them, but you can look at them. And I'm going to film them and talk about them, and people are going to be stoked.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah, what?
So, like, that was cool for me to get to go do that for the first time and meet a lot of people at the show. But also, too, just that was our introduction, or my introduction to showing you, like, what I've been up to since 8th grade, more or less.
Yeah.
And, like, just kind of calling you, like, hey, honey. I wasn't even honey.
Yeah, no.
Hey.
I would have been like, what?
Who is this? Like, hey, this is what I'm up to.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of cool to share that with you. And I had a really great time just getting to meet a bunch of you all and say hi and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. Like,
yeah.
You were on the phone with me and you were like, yeah, people, hold on. Can you just hold for, like, give me a second? I have someone wanting to take a picture. I was like, oh, I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah. But yeah, NAMM show was fun. I loved that a lot. It was a good way to start the year. All right, number 9, one that's pretty recently, was going to the Secret Spirit Box show in Los Angeles. I had 2 festival dates in LA and Vegas. We had a couple days off in Los Angeles, and I saw Spirit Box posted that they're going to a show. And Mike, the guitar player, and I have been internet buds and acquaintances forever. And I just like, hey, dude, you playing tonight? He's like, yeah, you want to come? I was like,
oh, we'll see what I'm doing.
I don't know. Yeah, come watch Spirit Box with you, Mike. Yeah, like, yeah, dude, I'm in. Absolutely. But then it's funny, I called you when I got to the venue, and it was like kind of secret, and like it wasn't like a big production thing. Like,
yeah, he was like, I don't really know where I'm supposed, like, the Uber dropped me off. I don't really know where I'm supposed to go. He's like, can I send you a picture and you can tell me maybe, like, that's the entrance? I was like, sure.
It looked like a pizzeria, and then like,
well, yeah, it's like a secret show, so they're not going to have a big sign saying,
yeah,
like,
Spirit Box.
and
yeah,
like the Beetlejuice, like the sign.
It's just, it's like the bat logo.
Yeah.
And the sky was just Courtney.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but that was cool. And then like got to meet Stephen Carpenter from Deftones, and
oh, the pictures you were sending me was
Taylor
so
from Left to Suffer. Yeah, like got to see and meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
At that show. Yeah, and then we got to go have Mike and I got to go have Mexican like 3 or 4 days later.
Just bro out at Guitar Center.
Just like look at cool old that I can't afford, but like, well, I was gonna say I or we, but I don't know if that's true. Mike will watch like, man, what the fuck? But we're just like, you know, being two friends, like finally able to meet and hang out. So that whole event was really, really cool. Yeah, and I had a lot of fun. So thanks to Mike and thanks to everybody in Spirit Box. It was great to meet everybody. All right, number 8 was being able to play my 7-string prototype, which technically is my first ever signature guitar that I got to play live. It was in San Antonio, Texas in May. We drove in from, I think, Houston. I think it was the next day, because Houston is significant because that was your first day in Alaska. And I think San Antonio was like the next day or the day after.
Okay.
Because we went to Six Flags in San Antonio too.
Oh, right.
Remember, it was all very, very early on in that stuff. Anyway, getting to unbox my guitar at this really beautiful theater and then play it that night, what a dream come true. What a cool thing. It had my name on the back plate, you know, it's silver bird. It's like literally what I designed, but a prototype for something potentially to be available for consumers to buy. So it was like a sample, and then that guitar then went into production right around Black Friday.
Right.
So that was just so cool to seeing that whole picture. It means so much more now that people have pre-ordered that guitar, but still being able to play my own signature guitar. And again, I'm telling you, honey, call you and share that with you. That means so much to me. If I could just tell my 14-year-old self, like, dude, you're going to be dating Jenna when you're a grown-ass adult, and you're going to have your signature guitar, and you're going to call her and tell her about it.
Right before you go to play it.
Yeah. Like, how sick of a story is that for my little self?
Yeah.
He'd be like, dude.
Get out.
That's awesome. Yeah, get out. Yeah. So thankful that I could still call you and share that moment with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very proud moment for me, too.
Yeah.
Like, getting to see how proud you are. And you getting to do something like that and seeing it through. Most people just start something like that and rarely see that through.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, to have it all come together, and that guitar was a surprise gift too. It's like,
and people love it.
Yeah, and it was there was so much buzz around that guitar that people wanted it to be in production so they could have their own copy.
What?
That's so sick. All right, this one's kind of a quick one. Number 7 being on the Dean Guitars artist roster as well. I told you this off camera several times, but like, you weren't in my life, or we weren't in each other's lives when Dean Guitars and I were really heavily involved, and it kind of went away for a while. Like 2019, 2020, like I went down to Tampa, Florida, and like visited their spot, and we were working heavily together, and it kind of went away for a little bit. But to have that come back, and like Dean Guitars and I were like, we support each other. We love I love Dean Guitars. They enjoy me as a person, and I think as a player as well. So it's like, it just makes sense. Let's just do it. Support you, support me. It's all good. Nothing but love. At the same time, I had put in a custom order for a guitar, the Silver Burst, that actually got sent home, and then you got to unbox it. So you got to unbox the now famous custom Dean guitar. So you got to see this one before I did. Mm-hmm. Where would you rank this one? First off, is it cheap or expensive? Let's have a throwback to a very famous.
Gosh.
Is it cheap or expensive?
I want to say mid-range.
It's expensive.
How much?
Hold
on, let me guess. 5.
I don't think that much.
3.
About 3.
Okay. This is going in S tier.
Really?
Yeah, that's really pretty. It's heavy.
It is heavy. It's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. That thing's fun to throw around and play with. Like.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why'd you look at me like that?
Throw around.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the way I play. Yeah, I mean, so you brought this to the show. You and my mom went.
Yeah.
And yeah, I played this live. I played this in general. The first time I ever played this guitar was the first note I ever played with this guitar. I didn't get to sound check with this. It came with like regular guitar strings on it. These are the heavier strings for the lower tunings. Mm-hmm. So I put new strings on it. Honestly didn't even test to make sure it worked. Which I would assume it would work. Why wouldn't it? But I still didn't check it nonetheless. And the first note I hit was one of Elijah's new songs, a song called Guilty. I played it for Guilty. And the first time I ever played this guitar was in front of, maybe 300-400 people that night. So that was kind of cool. And yeah, this guitar was my main guitar for the whole Fall Point North tour. And I played it every single night and beat it up. And yeah.
Definitely not a bench warmer.
Nope, this is one of the starters.
Yep.
So yeah, this guitar is just all coinciding with getting on the Dean Guitars artist roster. Okay, number 6. This is just about a show in particular. I really, really loved the Palladium show in Worcester, Massachusetts. Do you remember that show?
I don't.
Okay, it was cold. I mean, you weren't there.
Okay, so
front to back, wall to wall. An insane rowdy crowd, and there's some of the coolest pictures I've ever gotten from my own musical endeavor. Like, those pictures are like it's a sea of crowd surfers in like this tiny room. It looks like a 80s 90s like punk rock show.
That I do remember.
Yeah, it was just cool, man. Really enjoyed it, and got some cool footage from it, and I had a lot of fun that night. Yeah. And I'm playing there with Elijah again with Memphis Mayfire.
Oh, cool.
But we're playing the big room.
Imagine that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
See you guys there. All right, number 5 is the most recent one, and that is the Nashville show, the final show of the year that I just played with Elijah. Mm-hmm. It was a hometown show for him. Crowd, again, front to back at this big festival called Ceremony Fest. And we had like the perfect time slot. It was like 8 o'clock in the evening, so not too late, like prime time. Wall to wall, front to back. Everybody knew the lyrics. Elijah's fans really went off for him, and I wore no pants that show, and a Barbie shirt. So I thought that was kind of sick.
It is.
Yeah, I could pull it off, right? Yeah. So all in all, I really enjoyed that show. All right, number 4, we already kind of talked about it, but again, hitting 100K this year, that's important. it'd be weird if it wasn't on this list. Like that is still so huge, and I'm still so proud of this. This is probably like my best trophy I've ever gotten, like with sports or, you know, military awards, anything. Like this is so cool, and I worked so hard for it. Thank you guys so much. And we're now at like what, 128K, something like that, which is so sick. Thank you guys so much. I thought I would hit maybe 100K at this time in 2024, and now we're at like 128, which is like what I was anticipating maybe if I was lucky, like 2026. So it's just, I'm just so thankful. I really appreciate you guys, and again, including you, I'm just so thankful that you're here for it and you got to see it. It's so much cooler, like, you getting to experience it, you know, rather than, like, me telling it to you.
Yeah.
Down the road a couple years later.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this one time I hit 100K. Like, you got to be in my life, and I got to explain it to you and show you. So,
yeah.
Just thank you to everybody for making all of this so special to me. I really appreciate everybody in my life and everybody involved.
Yeah.
It's kind of sick, right?
It's so sick.
It's got my name on it.
I know.
All right, number 3, getting 2 of my own copies, my own signature guitars, sent to the house, and to unbox them, and to then, like 2 or 3 days later, take one of them out on tour and play 20 some odd dates with it all over North America and Canada. That was so cool. Like, the prototype was amazing, but getting like the ones that were like agreed upon and signed off on, and to see everybody else post them, and like people are tagging me with their band, their band's music, and like saying they used my guitar for the guitar tracks. Seeing Kellen from Memphis Mayfire playing it on stage, like that whole era of like getting those guitars sent to the house and unboxing it, and then like you taking my picture and like me, like a little kid at Christmas. It was so cool.
He had his 2 guitars. It's still in their cases, but open on the floor, right in the middle of the walkway from like our living room to our kitchen. And every time he walked by, he would just, oh, those are so pretty. It's like, yes, they are. Please don't trip over them.
Yeah, it's like it was cool to like, I was displaying them.
I
and,
know.
Like, it's like a little kid, like when he gets his new favorite toy, and like
you want to like look at it from all angles.
Yeah,
what's it look like from here?
Yeah, what's it look like when I peer around the corner? And like I catch myself off guard. Oh, I didn't know it was gonna be there. But what's it look like? You know, like that's what I was doing. This is the number 1. This is the first one I unboxed. This one has not gone on tour yet. The number 2 has been on tour. The one with the EMG and the big J on the guitar.
Stands for what?
Jenna. I love all this. Just this whole picture. You know?
Your girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls. Thanks, honey.
Heavy. I like how this is like solid.
What do you mean solid?
Well, the other knobs have like numbers on them, and they're like clear.
Yeah. We don't need numbers. It should just say like rock. You know? Like, here to rock. You know what I mean? But the top 2 moments are really, really special for me. Number 2 is getting the rig rundown with Premier Guitar. And this one's a very, very much a full circle moment for me, because I've been watching these videos, the rig rundowns, for probably about a decade now. Well before I even thought about doing YouTube. This is like 2015-ish. I was in Germany, you know. Like, you and I were on opposite ends of the world, had no idea that this would be happening 9 years later, more or less. Seeing those videos, and like I've explained it to her, like the biggest names get these. Like Steve Vai's got it.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got 2, I think, at least.
What rig does he run down?
Oh, they run down his rig.
Which one?
The
blue one with the gross handle?
No, the gross. Well, they all. Babe. We talked about this.
God.
I'm just kidding.
I saw a comment on that white guitar that it might be for a woman. It might be like...
For his wife.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, but I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking out of ignorance. And maybe his wife did design it. But like, it it was his guitar. It was
Sure.
not for a woman. But yeah, it is rather delicate and kind of feminine.
So pretty.
Real pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So players like that got their rig rundowns. And then for me to get one before I went on tour with Elijah on the Icy Stars tour, talking about that 7-string prototype that is now in production, as well as the Jim Root guitar that's all beat up, that's really legendary. The Squier Marshmallow guitar that hasn't been in the house since April.
I love watching that video.
Yeah?
Yeah, you just look like you're having so much fun, but you're also just like having a moment the whole time where it's like, am I really like doing this right now?
Yeah. It was so surreal, and it still is to watch it. I like watching it because, I don't know, you know me very well, more than anybody. I try not to take things too seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know, Chris, the host, is like, what kind of strings are you using? Because people are very meticulous about that stuff. And I'm like, dude, these are the ones that were on it when I pulled it out of the box in San Antonio 6 weeks ago, and I haven't changed them yet. Like, I don't...
The strings I found under my bed before I left.
Dude, I'm going to be honest, I have literally no idea. I just thought of this. Like, I was the new guy, and I think I'll forever be the new guy with Elijah. But, like, they were so stoked for me and for us, and it made me feel really welcomed in that team, being the new guy, and like that was for us, the guitar players, but it's okay to say there was some spotlight on me, and it is what it is. I feel awkward saying that, but it just felt so good that like they were proud of me.
Yeah.
And I felt included being the new guy in their team.
Yeah.
That made me feel really, really good. They were stoked for me and stoked for us, Brandon and myself. And I was just really thankful that like Elijah gave me that job so I could have the opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
You know, all that encompassing. It just made me feel really good to be where I was at.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in good company there.
Oh, yeah. People who support you and cheer you on.
Yeah. It was cool. So that was almost my favorite moment of 2024.
So what was your number one?
You know what my number one is.
Maybe not.
I know. Okay, we'll say it together on 3.
Oh,
I
gosh.
guarantee you.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Bethlehem Show. Oh, shit.
Big dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. It was massive. So, you were there.
I was there. Your family was there. My family was there. Huge venue. Hometown. Like, just all of it.
All of it. And we crushed. And
you guys did.
And the crowd was huge. Like, I have this video. I put it a million times on videos on this channel. But, like, me peeking around the curtain and, like, seeing the sea of people against this big-ass barricade. And the crowd was so big, I couldn't find you the whole set.
I know.
I was trying, like, I was playing. I was like, I couldn't. It was so indiscernible with the lights, and everybody, you know, looks the same up there. But I knew you and my mom, my stepdad, your mom, your sister, like everybody was in there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun, dude.
Talk about like a crowd that's either fun or they're not. That crowd was so fun.
Dude.
Like the energy was really good. They sang every song. They were like so stoked to be there.
From the rip, there was a massive pit right in the first song. Like as
I know
soon as
your
it
mom
started,
was right next to it.
Yeah, she almost got swallowed up by the pit.
We like mom armed her. We're like, Susan, I think you want to come this way. Because as soon as you hear, open that up, you're like, oh.
I know another reason why it's my favorite.
Why?
Because we got to in the green room.
How many times did we
3.
We 3 times.
Yeah. So it was before the show.
And what did we do before the show?
So I you, and then I me.
Okay.
And then after the show, I immediately after the show.
Okay.
And then the third time, you were give me I was after I was and then I turned around and then we.
Oh my god.
Remember that?
Yes. Do you remember when your mom stood in line to meet Elijah?
Yeah, dude.
In Creed?
So after our set, I went to go to like the lobby area to find everybody, and I see my mom in like Elijah's merch VIP line, because after the show, Elijah signs autographs and takes pictures with Call It How It Is. all the girls, and that's fine. And then my mom's in the line. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? And she like whispers, she goes, I'm gonna get a picture with Elijah. I'm like, oh, Mom, get out of come on. I'll just take you up to the front. But she was just, it's just funny to think about, but she was just trying to be cordial and didn't want to impose and like do the wrong thing. Like you said, assume
that she could just
do that.
Excuse me, ladies.
I love you.
I love you too.
So everybody, that's 2024. I hope this video came off exactly how I intended it. Just, I wanted to celebrate and I wanted to experience it again and share maybe some behind the scenes stories, some funny stories with you all, because I don't know, I'm pretty private and I really don't open up all that much. But I want to do that a little bit, and it's also nice to have you here to like, not only just because I really truly enjoy you, but you can give perspective on stories and talk about some things that like I might have forgotten, or you can see it from a different side. So I hope this video was fun. I hope you can continue to come on our channel. This is your channel now.
Yeah.
I hope you can keep coming on. And
I'll come back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a lot of fun to do videos with.
So are you.
Yeah. You're also a lot of fun too.
Oh my God.
All right, everybody. I think this is a great way to end.
Oh, this is great transition.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't even talk.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for a great year. Happy 2024. Here's a 2025. Happy New Year to you all. And because you're coming back.
Oh, I'm coming back.
Yeah, we will see you in a video very, very soon, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.